it's Emma and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually going to my first ever fabric zine workshop and I'm kind of nervous about it because I'm not super tactile. Like sticking and pasting, collaging and making zines kind of feels like the extent of my crafting abilities. I know how to like sew with needle and thread very basically, do some very basic stuff. And in the past I have made some cosplays, but that has honestly just been me hot glue gunning stuff to pre-existing clothes to make them work. So making a fabric zine is very out of my comfort zone, but I'm super excited to try it. Like, I don't know how to crochet, I don't know how to knit, I don't know how to use a sewing machine. Those things, whilst I've always had a lot of respect for them and think they're really, really cool, they've never really piqued my interest that much. And I think it's because I'm quite uncoordinated and I'm quite clunky with my hands, so it's just never felt like it would be a match made in heaven. But I feel like maybe doing this Material Girls / Artizine workshop could be a stepping stone to explore some new forms of arts and crafts, so that is very exciting. I have also been meaning to gift Iwana, the host of the Artizine workshops that I go to, my Dear Diary zine, because she has like a big lunchbox of different zines and she'll like hand them out at the start of every workshop so people can look through zines other people have created. It's almost like you get to display your work through her, and I have constantly forgotten to gift her this. Every time I've gone to a workshop I'm like, yeah, I'll bring this, and I have forgot. So today, because it is also like one of the last workshops she's hosting until September time, I'm like forcing myself to bring this along and not forgetting. I left it out on my desk this time and I'm really excited for people to get another look through it. However, I've also decided I want to add something to it. So I've got this envelope and I've got like the OG diary, and I want to basically scan the entries I wrote from the original diary and also take a picture or scan the front cover of this diary and then pop them in here. And it's just because basically with some of the entries, like this entry here, I just picked like the best part of it that I felt worked within the zine, whereas the actual entry, if I can find it, I know it was like very, very long. Like there's additional parts within the entries that I just couldn't fit into this zine size. So I want to scan those, pop them in here, then I'm going to use one of these paper clips and just clip this envelope into the zine. Yeah, I'm gonna get working on scanning the entries. I have the little envelope ready. It says Dear Reader, and I've printed off all the entries. I scanned the front cover as well, and I also decided to write a little letter to say what these are and give the reader a bit more of an insight. So I also kind of wanted to do like a jump into the future. Like, this is from when I was 10 and I'm 26 now, so I thought it'd be fun to do like an update and stuff. So I wrote, in this envelope is the original diary lol, because on the front cover I wrote what was it, my dairy instead of diary. My diary entries that I wrote in this envelope is the original diary entries that I wrote as I trimmed them down for this zine. I also adjusted a lot of spelling and grammar errors when writing out these entries for this zine. However, if you can make it past the questionable spelling and grammar, I hope you enjoy the full entries that 10-year-old me wrote. As you can see, I love to dance, because I would sign off all my entries with I want to be a dancer, I want to be a ballerina. Sometimes it was an actress, once it was a sports coach. Very rogue. So as you can see, I love to dance but quit. However, now at 26, I do shuffle dance, have covered a class at Pineapple Studios, and work at a dance theatre company doing behind the scenes work. I also, like in this, obviously reference my queerness and my first girl crush. That's not in the envelope, in the letter, but I say I came out as bisexual at 14, though use the term queer now, and have always felt a strong connection and love for my queerness. I love how being queer is the lens I see the world from. I found out that I was neurodivergent later in life and found a lot of my diary entries very emotional to read, especially when I realised how much loneliness my younger self felt, especially like a lot of the diary entries in this was saying like, people hate me, like I have no friends, I'm lonely. So it was like a reflection on that. I realised how much loneliness my younger self felt, but I am still friends with a few people mentioned in this diary. Sadly, I have zero contact with Georgia as she moved away and I still go into girl guides. I hope you find some comfort in reading this zine, especially my queer and neurodivergent girlies, ex-Gazette girly, because that is my handle for all my zines and my collage. So I'm hoping all of this fits in here. I'm gonna use a few of these paper clips to just stick everything together. I also forgot to mention that for some reason my diary was named Kittia, but people are just gonna have to roll with that. I was gonna like fit it onto this bit, this piece of paper, but I kind of ran out of space writing my note, so we're just gonna make do with what we have. But yeah, I'm excited I've actually finally gotten this done, because I have been meaning to add this additional thing into my Dear Diary zine for the longest of times. Also, last night I tried electric zine maker for the first time and I made this little zine. It's kind of inspired by this discourse I've been seeing on TikTok where it's like, oh, I love being a mid-20s teenage girl. So I played on the words, I played on the phrase hell is a teenage girl and wrote hell is a 20-something teenage girl. And then this is page 1 and 2. It says, my head hurts, I keep getting migraines, my stomach hurts no matter how much peppermint tea I drink. How many steps does my skin need? I've lost count. And it's sort of about this idea of perfectionism, like having a lot of health issues when you just exist with a uterus, and always like feeling like you're expected to give love because of the world we live in. So then there's this page with the Lover's Tarot card and it says, you are the love of my life. And then this page here says, I love a sweet treat, I love feeling lost, it's like my default setting. And then this page here, it reads, is this the end of all the endings? And then I wrote out, I think it might be, multiple times in this broken heart shape. And then the last 2 pages get a bit more wordy. So this one here, it says, is love all I have? I am meant to love what I do what I love my body, love my soul, love others, love the world, give love, love to give, never take, love, love, love. And then the last page says, I'm too scared to speak up, I've lost my chance. I am made to be submissive, it's my final girl form, I would never be a final. Oh, I wrote gone instead of girl. Ah, hate it when that happens. I would never be a final girl, I would be the first one down, but it says I would never be a final gone, I would be the first one down. This is why these are like not legit zines. I need to actually proofread my zines before I print them. It's because I know I'm not gonna do anything with them other than make them and just stack them for myself, and maybe like do a little Instagram post. But that's a habit I should get into, actually proofreading my zines. But this is like the idea that being submissive is like your final form because all you're able to do is give love rather than take it. And then I like the idea, like there's that trope in horror films where it's like the final girl. And I thought it'd be fun because this idea is that you're so submissive, you would never be the final girl, you wouldn't make it that far, you would be the first one down within a horror movie because of your submissiveness and like people-pleasing nature. And then this is just the back page, and it's like, there was this effect on Electric Zine Maker and you click it and it's called like Into the Void, and it just kind of like puts this effect over the text and the image or the colors you've used. It makes it black and white. So this is just like warped I love yous. And I think originally this was like a heart and rose background, but now it looks all cool and distorted. So that is my mini zine that I made last night. I also made a collage zine out of some vintage ephemera. I don't know how to say that word yet, so apologies. I will let you know when I do know how to say it, because you'll probably hear me mention it correctly in another video, unless I'm getting it correct now. But I don't know where that's gone. But when I find it, I will show you. Anyway, I'm gonna go and make some pizza chill out and then get my life together for the really fun fabric zine workshop. I'm so excited for that, but I'm still a little nervous. So this is my current look. I'm very into wearing sticker gems on my eyes instead of doing eyeliner because it just saves time and it's easier. This is what I call my lazy girl makeup, but it still looks really fun. So I've gone for this almost like shooting star look with my gems on each eyes. And these are actually just gems used for crafting. I just stick them to my face. I've not actually had any bad reactions to them. They don't feel super heavy on like my eyes either. So I think we're all good. And they look really cute, and then I can just use them for zines or collages after I'm done with them on my face. They keep the stick. And then this is like the rest of the outfit. And let me show you my shoes because they are super cute. So these are the shoes. You see them in like the oven mirror. I got these on Vinted for like 40 quid, and I think they are actually Ghani like cowboy boots, I believe. They're super cute, but they are also like a little big for me. So let's just hope they don't fall off. I'm gonna try and do a full fit check here. I'm gonna have to walk so far back. I think you can see all of me. I can hardly see the camera, but this is the look that we're going for today. And yeah, so I have like 20 minutes to chill out before I need to head to the actual workshop. Actually, maybe less than 20 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. I've been really bad at timekeeping today. I had to actually Uber to my trapeze class because all the buses were messed up. So that threw me off guard a bit, and I was like, great. But luckily I caught an Uber and it was fine, and I was on time, and it was a really chill class, even though it was very bloody exhausting. Yeah, she's off to fabric zine now. So I just got back in from the fabric zine workshop and it was such a vibe. This is my first ever fabric zine. She's a bit chaotic and a bit messy. I've stitched about 4 times in my life and I was basically just gluing fabric down, but it was so fun to play about with layering all these beautiful fabrics and get very creative and just add all the gems. Considering this is my first ever fabric zine, I'm very happy with it. And also on this page particular, I think I'm gonna add the gems I have on my eyes, and Iwana very kindly gifted me a copy of a zine she had that's also in her zine library, a Cut, Paste and Reflect, Imagining the World Without Patriarchy. I think it was from like an activist workshop she does on like a feminist activist workshop she does. And this looks so cool, and I'm really happy she gifted it to me, and I can't wait to look through this. I've never actually made a zine similar or like this one. Mine are very mixed media, very collage, very cut and paste, even though this is called Cut, Paste and Reflect. But like in this printing style, I think it would be really cool to try something like that and even have maybe a more minimal zine, because all my zines, as you can tell, like from this fabric zine, they're very, very maximalist. And I finally donated my Dear Diary zine, and they had like a little table of zines from Artizines zine library that people were looking at, and loads of people Like they didn't even, like not all of them knew I had gifted that today, and loads of people were picking it up and loads of people were drawn to it. And people were like, I've never seen people read my work or like interact with anything I've created from like a passive viewpoint. Usually it's me like showing them like I've done this. This was just, it was just on a table and people were just looking at it, and I was like, ah! I got a bit overwhelmed and a bit emotional, but in a very, like in a wholesome kind of, I felt very vulnerable bringing that along because it is such a personal zine. It is literally like stuff I wrote when I was 10, you know, when I was a child. It's like my actual inner child, because that was like what I was saying and the thoughts I was having like at 10 years old. And it was just incredible to see people interacting with it. And oh, just the workshop was so good. Material Girl, Alexa also mentioned she's gonna be hosting some beginner like crochet Material Girls workshop for people who might not have any experience with crochet or knitting. So I think I'm gonna try and force myself to go to one of those because it's very out of my comfort zone, and I feel like I just need to try it once. Even if I don't like it, I feel like it's always good to give things a go once or twice. Maybe if I go the second time it might click. Maybe I go the first time it clicks, I try again and it doesn't click. That's just how things work out sometimes. Some days, you know, you're really on it, you're in the zone, things are clicking, things are happening. Other days they're not, and I have that with my zine creations as well. But I just left this workshop with so much joy and so much gratitude. I was getting really emotional because the zine workshops one is like away in Romania for the rest of August, I believe. I'm like, I'm gonna miss you and your workshop so much. They give me such like a sense of belonging and a place where I feel like I'm meeting my people and that I can thrive in. And it's just such like a chill, non-judgmental, non-comparison safe space. And I'm very here for that. I feel like in art, there can be a lot of comparison. Like look at this work, but then compare it to that work. And I don't want any of that because I have enough issues with self-comparison as it is. So these workshops have really been a place that have actually like boosted my self-belief in the work I made, and especially in terms of the art and the scenes I'm creating. And I just, yeah, very wholesome, best vibes. And also like, I just came out of the tube station in Old Street, which is near where the hotel it was being hosted in was, and these two people, they weren't at the workshop, but they were just like, outfit, the eye makeup, amazing. So I love compliments that feel so genuine from people you don't know. It makes me really believe like, yeah, this is a good look then of people I don't know, or I'm not even in the same space as, like just a passerby feels the need to tell me I look good. Like usually I'm dressing for myself, you know, but it's not like a thing I need that validation, but it's just nice that someone has enjoyed a look I've pieced together. It's like when someone enjoys my zines, it brings me a sense of pride in what I've created. I've curated and layered and pieced together this outfit and this look, so I love it when people enjoy it. But yeah, I feel like I just want to shower the day off me now as well and just have a very chill evening. We might be getting a dog and the rest of our family is meeting her tomorrow, so it's quite a big day and I just really need to finally clear out my space. So we're gonna de-gem the eyes, boo, saddest part of the day. But these gems are gonna be immortalized in this fabric zine. That's kind of cool as well. That's why I love wearing gems as eye makeup, because then I can like put them in a diary or another place and be like, yeah, this is what I wore on this day on my face. This was my gem makeup. You know, that's why I believe everyone should use sticker gems as eye makeup. But yeah, here's me just posing with my new fabric zine. I also have so many old clothes I need to get rid of, and I was thinking of donating some to charity, trying to sell some online. But I'm like, maybe I could utilize the ones I don't think charity shoppers or online secondhand shoppers like Vinted or Depop buyers would want. Like the worst ones they have, like the really grim. Most of it is old activewear I just have never worn, but I'm like, we could make something out of this, and I'm feeling inspired to. So yeah, tonight is relax and clean out and possibly prep for getting a dog. She's a little basset hound called Willow and she is adorable. So So yeah, I'm gonna go and do that and also try and find the zine I have lost. The one I made out of like some vintage ephemera. That word I can't say. But we're gonna go on the hunt for her. So we're about to all go and meet Willow, who is the Basset Hound we might be adopting, and I'm so excited for the rest of everyone I live with, my family, to meet her. And I finally found the zine that I made from like the vintage scrapbook paper. It is this one here. It says Bloom. I also used my stamps again. Then it says Nature's Song. It's pink and green. And then this was like the packaging for all these like little vintage pieces for scrapbooking, and it says leaves and fragrant deep yellow flowers should be protected. And here I wrote grow, 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 and then I also wrote I came from darkness, and when it finds me again I'll sprout flowers. And then this is just like a cute little sticker page on it, and it says best in full sun here. So this is like a sort of garden growing from sunlight, and then this is the back. I find it really fun if I'm not feeling very inspired by anything like zine making wise, like I don't really have any ideas, to just like choose a creative background, like using sheet paper or like already illustrated paper, maybe even wrapping paper. I've not tried that yet. Maybe we could make a wrapping paper zine. Kind of like using fabric to make a zine, and then just getting inspiration once like I've decided on that background. And I just like the idea of using these that I got from a charity shop. It was a card making kit I got for like 50p, and yeah, just creating this little nature inspired music sheet zine. So yeah, that is Bloom. So yeah, I'm getting ready to head off to go meet Willow again, because as I think I've mentioned, me and my brother met her on Wednesday this week. She's absolutely adorable. We do live in quite a stair heavy household. Like, we don't have a wide house, but we have a very long house, and because she's a Basset Hound, we're quite worried about the stairs for her, especially when she ages. So I think that's going to be a big factor in deciding if we get her. Like, is very much a might be getting her, so we'll find out today. I'm hoping we do, because she is absolutely lovely, but like if it's meant to be, it will happen. If it's not, it won't happen. And also it's like we really need to take into consideration Willow's needs and like access needs she might have when she gets like older, because she's 7 now and stuff. So they were saying like she's got at least like another decade in her hope, and yeah, we just want to give her like the best care possible. She was actually just given to Battersea Dogs Home because her previous owners, who had her since she was a puppy, oh, imagine a little babby Basset Hound, so cute, but basically they just didn't have the time to care for her anymore. So it's not like a behavioural issue thing, which is why she's so good for us, because we'd be first time dog owners, even though we've always grown up around dogs. So let's see how it goes. So super exciting update, and everyone met Willow and loved her, and so she's coming back to ours tomorrow morning. We're having a dog finally. She's like the most gorgeous Basset Hound ever. And so the rest of today I was gonna do some zine planning for this zine I want to make about my smear test, cervical screening that I got the first time, and like what I did before it, how I prepped for it, like the anxieties I had around it and how it went, which was completely fine. But basically I had no time for that because we all had to do so much clearing out, like run to Pets at Home, get a bunch of supplies for her. When we pick her up tomorrow, well, it's going to be my mum and my brother picking her up. They will give us some of her food that she's been on and a lead, and we've got like a harness for her and everything. We've got all the essentials that she will need, and oh, it's so exciting. She's the most adorable Basset Hound. She has like the big floppy ears, like the really big like droopy eyes. She's just a very droopy girly, and we love her. So this has been an amazing week, and also I did go to a tunnel zine workshop on Wednesday where I made my first ever tunnel zine as well. So to make a tunnel zine, you basically just cut whatever shape you want through like a few pages. I had this shape sort of running through 3 pages, but it only looks like 2 because then I stuck this paper on in the background for the rest of the zine, so you could do that the whole way through as well. But this is my tunnel zine. It says up here, don't walk, dive in, with some cool trapeze artists. This was a pre-existing page, like this basically did all the work for me for this page. And this is another page where I wrote a place for flexibility and freedom, because my entire premise of this zine was different places and different communities feeling like home, and just like what home can be for some people. So this is like a dance floor, and so I wanted to link in the circus and the dance floor. So, and also I found this really cute dog illustration, and over it I wrote finding home in different worlds, from the circus to the dance floor. So that is my tunnel zine, and I've basically been organising through all my zine supplies, all like my paper scraps as well. It's been such a organisational day and such like a deep cleanse day that my brain is very much at its limits. But even though I've not made a zine today, I'm just going to savour that energy for next weekend, because this week is going to be like a big adjustment for all of us with Willow in the household. It's a very new thing for us, even though we've dog sat before and have always grown up and been around dogs, and we all love dogs. We've never had our own dog, so obviously even though we're very excited, there's a little bit of anxiety there, but we all love her and we can't wait to bring her into our home. So that is super exciting, and maybe I'll make a Willow zine, a zine on Basset Hounds, because it was actually a breed I knew Basset Hounds existed, but I didn't really know much about Basset Hounds, and now I've been doing an extensive amount of research about them, about the breed, about their characteristics, so that's been really interesting. Maybe just zines on different dogs or different cats, you know. This is why I love zines, the ideas can be endless. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching this mini zine inspiration vlog, and have a lovely rest of your day.